Greetings, nerds and virgins. Welcome to my official predictions for UFC 272 Colby Covington versus Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Before I go to the main event, that is Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal, I want to talk about two fights. The one is the co-main event, which is between Rafael dos Anjos versus Renato Moicano, and fight before that, which is Edson Barboza versus Bryce Mitchell. These two fights are going to be bangers. These two fights are going to be contention for the fight of the night. So let me first talk about Edson Barboza versus Bryce Mitchell. I would call this fight as the fight of the opposites, battle of the opposites, because both of them are bringing two completely different game tactics into the fight. Edson Barboza is a veteran. He has been in this game for more than 13-14 years. He's a beautiful striker. He looks like a Greek god. The way he kicks and the way he punches is very, very fast. His striking is very effective. His knockouts are always ending up in highlights. Whereas Bryce Mitchell is an upcoming star. He has a 5-fight win streak and his ground game is excellent. His twister submission is the only one of the two which has ever been done in the UFC history. Edson Barboza, I feel that he'll come quite strong. He'll try to catch the center of the stage. He'll keep the fight within the center of the stage, not leading to the cage where Bryce might have an advantage. He'll try to be very accurate. He'll try to measure the distance and he'll try to keep the range. His implementation of leg kicks is very important. Because anytime he misses a kick to the body or the head, it might just be easily caught by Bryce Mitchell and ending up in a single leg takedown. So he'll be very careful in that aspect. The one disadvantage which he might have, which he has faced with other wrestlers and grapplers, is the tendency to gas out once he goes to the ground. So he needs to be a little careful. But if he doesn't strike effectively, or if he goes too hard in the first round, he might just gas out in the second or third round, which might be a detriment for his work. Coming to Bryce Mitchell has an excellent ground game. He brings a lot to the table. He's a very nice guy. That said, Bryce has to be very careful regarding his guard. If he doesn't keep a high guard, he might get knocked out. His face will get damaged. At the same time, he has to watch for the body kicks, which are brutal, and the leg kicks, which are definitely going to come from Edson Barboza. I don't know how he'll prepare for that. I think the way he will look at it is he'll just wait for Barboza to make a mistake, or we'll try to let Barboza come towards him so that he can counter him, maybe land a punch and knock him down, or probably try to get a few kicks, absorb a few kicks and grasp onto Edson Barboza's leg, secure a single leg takedown and keep Edson Barboza down. I think that's the only way he will probably secure a victory, is if he keeps him down, not going for a submission attempt in the first round itself, try to wait, gas Edson Barboza out, and maybe attempt for a submission on the second or third round. So I'm looking for a submission victory for Bryce Mitchell on the second or third round. That said, Edson Barboza is a killer. Any punch or any kick which lands will definitely end up in a knockout. So it might be a flash knockout as well, but I'm going to support Bryce Mitchell because he's an upcoming star. He has a lot to give to the sport, and I really want to support somebody like Bryce Mitchell coming into the game. The second fight which I want to talk about is the co-main event. It's a 5-round fight. It's going to be banger as well, which is between Rafael dos Anjos versus Renato Moicano. Rafael dos Anjos last fought in 2020. After that, he has been in the works. He is supposed to fight Islam Makhachev. The flight got cancelled because he got an injury, and then he was supposed to fight Rafael Fiziev. The fight got postponed, and then again he was supposed to fight Rafael Fiziev in this card, but Rafael Fiziev got COVID, so the fight got cancelled. As Islam Makhachev came back again, he said that he'll take the fight on a 6-day notice, and then the fight got cancelled again for reasons I don't know what. Then Renato Moicano was offered and he took this fight on a very short notice. I would think that it's a 5-day notice, which is absurd, and hats off to Renato Moicano because he's facing somebody like RDA, who's a veteran. He is accomplished almost everything which he can do in the UFC. He'll probably be a Hall of Famer very soon. And to face somebody like that who has so much credentials and he's secured a victory in almost every way, RDA is a champion on the ground and on this stand-up as well. Renato Moicano, whereas, has quite good leg kicks to offer. His inside leg kicks, his outside kicks, and the kicks to the thighs are very, very effective, very nice, especially against boxers and especially against strikers who rely heavily on their hands. When it comes to submission game, I think both of them have a decent submission game. RDA has a better grappling compared to Renato Moicano. That said, Renato Moicano also has a range advantage, which I think he'll use for, let's say the fight goes to the ground. The first one to attempt for a submission should be Renato Moicano, because if Rafael dos Anjos catches you, there is nobody like that who possesses as much power as RDA does. So I want to side with Renato Moicano for this fight, especially for the reason because he accepted this fight on such a short notice. Also because he is an underrated star, and I really feel that if he can come into the fight, if he can prove himself and show that he can beat somebody like Rafael dos Anjos, he'll put him back in the contention, probably get another fight for the top 5 and maybe even fight for the championship. I'm going with Renato Moicano for a KO victory in the second or third round. But if the round progresses more than third or fourth round, there is no way he might win because Rafael dos Anjos carries a lot of cardio and a lot of energy into the fight. Coming to the main event, that is Colby Covington versus Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Bitter rivals, were really good friends, were they so-called brothers. They used to live together, they used to stay together, they used to grapple, train and spar together.
At one point I would have considered us real friends. Knowing that he'd take to the internet or online to bash me when I had never bashed him and he just took to bashing it. If you would sell out our friendship like that so quick, we never had a friendship. We were never cool, man. You were just using me or whatever the hell, sleeping on my couch.
What's the issue? Y'all used to be boys.
Keep smiling, little. Can't wait to break those fake teeth.
It's fake news. Anything George says.
Let him talk, Jorge.
Let
him.
Keep their fake news.
Street Judas, we got unfinished business. There's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. I'm coming for you. You're next.
He's very versatile, he's very adaptive when it comes to the fighting game. He switches stances very effectively. He is strong in both orthodox and a southpaw stance. His body kicks are really effective against, especially with people having a high guard. His body kicks are very effective. And he has also been working very hard on his grappling game for the past 3 years. Colby counters very effectively, even against somebody like Kamaru Usman. Colby countered him quite effectively. Now, Jorge Masvidal doesn't have the best head movement in the game. He usually can't effectively engage opponents when he's stepping forward or while he's moving forward. He's a really good fighter when it comes to taking a back step and waiting for the opponent to strike first. I am going to side with Colby Covington for this fight. Whatever has been said and whatever has been done, I think Colby Covington is truly levels above Jorge Masvidal is. Jorge Masvidal definitely has to bring in his A game for this fight and very well for him. That said, Colby Covington also has to look forward to Jorge Masvidal's twitch muscles. He is very effective once he fights a loophole, once he fights a gap. Jorge Masvidal goes berserk, and if he connects 2 or 3 punches or if he lands a couple of kicks, it might not be good for Colby Covington's career. To go with a 4th or 5th round submission or a decision victory for Colby Covington. And before I finish, I want to talk about 3 fights which also are in the contender for the fight of the night. One of the fight is in the main card, which is between Kevin Holland versus Alex Pereira. I feel both of them are very similar in the aspects of the striking and the leg kick aspect of it. I think Kevin Holland has worked better on his grappling game, so it will be very interesting to see if Kevin Holland actually grapples with Alex Pereira. So it will be a banger of a fight, just watch for it. The second fight which I want to talk about is Maria Rodriguez versus Yan Xiaonan. Maria Rodriguez is number 3 in strawweight category. Her record is 15-1. The only loss which has come is from Carla Esparza, who is a veteran. And Yan Xiaonan also has a very nice record. She has a 13-2. One of the recent losses which she had was again with Carla Esparza. So it's quite clear as to whoever wins this fight will definitely be in line for a title contention. This fight is going to be epic as well. The third fight is between Brian Kelleher versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar Nurmagomedov is the cousin of Khabib Nurmagomedov. He is a very young prospect. He is an undefeated fighter, like all the Dagestanis are. They are very powerful, their grappling is very nice. But what is being said is that Umar Nurmagomedov possesses much greater power than Khabib did when he was his age. His striking is far better than what Khabib's was. So it will be very interesting to see how he approaches this fight and in which fashion he will probably end this fight. Is it going to be a knockout? Is it going to be a submission victory? It's just a surprise because he is also a huge favorite against Brian Kelleher. So watch out for this fight as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, Sunday, with the results.